Hello everyone. Today let's use Blueprint to make an event that outputs a specified event based on the input string. In this example, we can output the Niagara version of the corresponding character according to each character input. Of course, we can also output other specified events. Here is just an example combined with the light strip effect made in the previous video. Okay, now let's make it. First, create a blueprint. In the event graph, we will use begin play and create a string variable named text and make it public so that we can change the input string at any time in the level. Then we get character array from string, get each character in the string and store it in an array, and use for each loop to output each character in this array. Let's try it, print string. Okay, add this blueprint in the level. Here we can enter any string. Yes, each character in this string will be printed out in turn. That's it. Let's go back to the blueprint. Now we need to create a new array to store the default letters. Of course, we need to distinguish between upper and lower letters. Let's make the upper letters first. Okay, now we have an array of 26 upper letters. Then add another for each loop. For each character in the string we input, compare it with the characters in the alphabet array to branch if they are equal. It should be noted that here we have to use equal exactly to distinguish between upper and lower characters. If they are equal, output some events. If the event we need to output is not of the same type or has a specific allocation, we can use switch on int, which also requires 26 outputs. Okay, let's do an example here. For example, if the input string is A, find the index of A in the alphabet and connect it to int. We know that 0 is the index of A, so let's create a custom event at 0. It can be any type of event. Okay, try it in the level and input string A, then we can get event A. If we enter characters such as B, C, and D, there will be no output here. Because we haven't set these events yet, let's create event B and event C, just like this. Input string B, C, D, A. Okay, we can see that it is output in turn. This is the method we need to output different types of events. If we output the same type, we can create a new array instead of using switch on int. Get copy to gets the index, and then we can call these events. If the string has both upper and lower characters, such as A and lowercase a, then only one event can be output. The lowercase cannot be output. At this time, we need to branch the lowercase characters, but in the blueprint we don't have is lower functions to branch the upper and lower characters, so we need to create a lowercase alphabet array. After the alphabet loop is completed, add another for each loop, using the lowercase alphabet, then the same steps. Now we create a custom event to output the event lowercase a. Okay, back to the level. Yes, it can output both upper and lower events. Of course, we can branch some other characters, such as numbers and symbols, just add them to a new array, and then after the lowercase loop is completed, add another for each loop. In order to make a complete example here, let's use the light strip effect made in the previous video to output the corresponding characters made with splines. We use splines to make the shape of the characters. After set active, the particles will move according to the splines, just like the effect of an artistic font. So first of all, since all our blueprints are of the same type, there is no need to switch on int. Find the event we just created and change its type to class. OK, now we can add blueprints, such as BP letter A. Yes, just add them one by one. Here we have added 26 blueprints. They are of the same type, but the letters between them are different. In the uppercase here, we get the Niagara array, then get copy, get the index according to the corresponding alphabet. Then we can spawn actor from class, connect them, and also set its spawn transform, get world transform of the root, the same scale and rotation. The output location should be arranged in turn. If we connect them directly, all these blueprints will be spawned in one place. So here we need to get the interval between blueprints according to the index. Add a new vector variable offset. We can make it public so that we can modify the interval between them in the level. And finally connect it to spawn transform location. That's it. Let's take a look in the level. Since only uppercase is set now, ignore the lowercase first. We can change the scale to a larger size so it will be clearer, and then enter the characters. Just enter some here. The offset should be 100 on the y-axis. Okay, now we can see the effect. Oh, it should be -100 from left to right. Yes, that's it. Then we can make lowercase Niagara. It's the same here, so we won't do it again. Okay, that's all for this video. I hope you like it. Bye.